Bitch, shoes up. Swear it feels good when you get it out the mud. Bitch, I got it out the mud. Walk through the mud to get a bag. Quit half stepping, so I gave it all I had. Yeah, I like the Jags, but the Hellcat faster. In the past, I would've sent you to a pastor.
Sir, we on another episode of Champ Talk. I got my boy Kenroy with me, man. Man, me and my boy Kenroy, we go way back from them Bears.
Way back.
Shit, even the first year of Cougars on Mamas. You feel me? You feel me? I just want to talk to you, man. You from North Oakland. You second person from North Oakland. I don't know what they got in that water out there, man. But they doing something. You feel me? I just want to talk to you. Feel me? Hear how you got to UCLA. What was it like going to Liberty? You got a chip there. You feel me? So
yeah.
You feel me? Just tell me how you got there.
Well, shit, from first when I had got middle school, 8th grade years when I moved out to Antioch, and my older sister had already went to Freedom with Joe Mixon and all them. She graduated with him and blah blah blah. So then my mom was like, I mean, we gonna get you into Freedom too. So then for me, I went to Freedom freshman year, got in some trouble. They kicked me out of there, and that's how I ended up at Liberty. And then that was a culture shock.
Before you get into that, could you explain like what happened when you was at Freedom? Like
when I was at Freedom, feel me, we got into Freedom. Everything was smooth. You first get into freshman year, everything be smooth. Everything, coach was all cool. Ball season was solid. We went 9-1. We lost to Pitt. That was the only school we lost to. That was a close ass game, lost by 6 points.
I remember that.
And then right when football season ended, that's when everything started to go downhill. I'm talking about all that free time on your hands.
Yeah, you got nothing but free time on your hands. You feel me?
Yeah, nothing but free time.
Antioch fake gangsters.
Oh my God. Everybody, all them fake ass Antioch dudes talking about some, I'm from here, I'm from there. But they whole life they've been in the yachts in second grade talking about some mama. So there's a lot of niggas out there trying to test me, blah blah blah. So I went to Freedom with some nerd ass niggas, and shit. I remember this one little dude. Once football season ended, he was on some air shit. So from there on, it was like every time I see him, it was damn near on sight. Like it was something popping off. And then shit, we ended up getting into it, and he always wanted to pop off when the teachers and shit was around. So the last fight that we got into, I'm like, boom, nigga, by the football field, we could throw him.
Yeah.
Bet. So we get to the football field, the homies come, and it's supposed to be a little ass group out of nowhere. Hella people come. Boom, we throwing for a little bit. I'm talking about, it was only 2 punches landed, and they were both by me, and they tried to dig me. And then campus security came running in, so then we all did the dash. And then, funny part about that is, they didn't even really know it was me that was fighting. And I told the homies that when we all got back onto the campus part of the side of the school, I'm like, hey, if they ask y'all what happened, say I was with y'all the whole time. So then, you know, they start calling people in, blah, blah, blah. They called me in. So we heard you was fighting, you fought him again, blah, blah, blah. We told you it was gonna happen if you fight him again, this and that. And I'm like, I didn't fight him, I was with Wooty the whole time. And they was like, for real? And I'm like, yeah, you can call him in. And then they said, they so young and dumb, right? So they call him in, right? And they like, the first question they asked him was, what happened between the fight between Blah and Kenroy? Yeah. They not knowing what they doing, like they asked him straight what happened between the fight. They didn't ask him, did Kenroy get in a fight with him?
Alright, so they just got straight to it.
Straight to it. So they dumbasses didn't realize what they was doing. Because anybody would have been like, Kenroy didn't get in no fight with him. He's like, you know what I'm talking about? Right. What you talking about? But nah, they was like, jumped straight into it. They was like, oh, he already knows. So after this thing, I come back in the office. I'm like, I told you. They was like, no, your friend said that you did get in a fight. And I'm like, y'all lying, blah, blah, blah. So in my head, I'm like, oh, these niggas weird. Yeah. So then, boop, they called mom to the school. And then from there on, it was just, then they started checking addresses, because my address wasn't in Oakley.
Right. So they was, at that point, they was trying to do anything they could to
get me invited there.
So then you got to Liberty, and it was like, so what happened when you got there? Like,
then I got to Liberty, I was to the neck. I'm talking about, I ain't know nobody up there. Only black. It was a couple black people up there. Like one dude named Willie.
Yeah, I remember Willie was raw. He from Stockton, right?
I don't know where he from, but that was one of the only like, feel me?
Yeah, Willie Williams.
Yeah. And then I actually met another cat up there. I was from the north too. That was on the from the north. So it was like, but I was like all to myself when I got up there. Yeah. The end of freshman year. That's when they kicked me out. So I was only up there for 2 months before sophomore year started. So then we got up there, and it was just about starting all the way over. Trying to get shit right, pops on my ass. I got kicked out of my first high school, and so that shit was all rough until junior and senior year hit. when junior year hit, that's when I started getting the groove of things. Football wise, they was fake way hard me. Cause you know them white people up there, they gonna play who they know.
I already know. We used to play them all the time. I ain't gonna lie, we used to get taxed, but you feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I already know.
No, yeah, them white people, they was playing people they already knew, blah, blah, people that was from Brentwood and Antioch area, feel me? Keep in mind with you, I'm talking about, I used to go crazy at practice. I'm talking about, I'll be on our offensive session and defensive session, and I wasn't even messing with defense. I'm like, go put me on scout team mode and let me talk the rock. So I'm talking about, I'm tearing tear their ass up. I'm talking about, you can call my defensive coordinator right now. He'd be like, yeah, Kenroy used to tear me. He was mid practice, like, I gotta change this whole game plan. Mid practice. So then, but the coach at that time was holding me, and he wasn't playing me weird, like hella weird. But every time he put me in the game, I'll make something happen. Cause I'm like, all right, this is the only time I'm finna get in the game.
Right, got opportunity, so now I gotta show you what I can do.
So then, I got blessed because he ended up leaving my senior year, and they ended up bringing in this coach from Concord. I forgot what school he coached at before. I just know he was in Concord, Coach Partridge, and he came and blessed the program. We was 4-6 my junior year. Senior year, we turned around and went. Where we go? We lost 2 games senior year, but we won NCS D1.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
But he changed the whole culture when we got there. I'm talking about after the season, he let us drop a diss track on Freedom.
What?
And he hopped on that motherfucker. Everything I love.
Hey, he go crazy for that.
Crazy.
Hey, and y'all had a squad too. I think the quarterback Jay Butterfield was with y'all. He was raw. Y'all had Ty, the Sturgis coach. Was he there too?
Yep.
Yeah, he was raw. So y'all had a squad there. So you feel me? I don't know. I just know that feeling to win the championship was cool too. And y'all beat Freedom twice, so I know that was y'all went crazy for sure.
We had funny thing is, last game of the season of my senior year is that championship game against Freedom. So keep in mind with you, if I was still at Freedom, I would have been at Freedom playing Liberty in the championship. And I'm talking about we skunked them. I'm talking about we mopped them.
I'm knowing you took it personal too.
It was straight personal. I'm talking about from Twitter to Snapchat. That shit was personal on everything, bro. We skunked them 37-0 in the championship. So that shit was so good.
Okay, so after that, you feel me? I wanted to ask, like, did you have any other offers besides UCLA?
No.
Or was that your first?
Keep on with you. The whole season I was getting recruited by small schools. My main small school was University of Wyoming and University of Montana. And Wyoming was acting scary to pull the trigger on me, but they kept sending me a whole bunch of mail. Yeah. Then University of Montana actually came and they actually came to the school for me and came to one of my games, blah blah blah. But then by the time senior year ended, their whole coaching staff had got fired. So then I'm like, I'm down bad. But then I had an NAIA offer to Southern Oregon. Okay. And so I took a visit up there, and it was cool and all, but it wasn't no culture. But that was my only certified offer right then and there.
So was you gonna take that at first?
Yeah, I was gonna take it. That's all I had. And so, I went on a visit there. I called the coach. I'm telling him like, yeah, I'm gonna sign with y'all, blah blah blah. And then after I took my visit, I got home. I told Pops, I'm like, I ain't really like it up there. Keep it down with you, like. And then he was like, well, what you trying to do? I was like, I can go JUCO. I ain't tripping. So keep in mind with you, we going JUCO, basically JUCO looking, and we going up to a JUCO up there in Butte, Chico. And I'm talking about, I'm like, yep, I'm finna go here. I'm like, the coaches, I mess with them, blah blah blah.
I'm gonna go here for a year. I'm gonna do my dugging. I'm gonna get out.
Yeah. But then as I'm leaving, that's when my high school coach called me like, UCLA just called and said they want to talk to you, blah blah. I'm like, swear. I'm like, and keep in mind with you, Chip Kelly, you know, at the time, I'm thinking he like a celebrity to me because he didn't coach the Niners.
He coached the Niners.
That's my team.
Oregon before that.
And coached Oregon when they was saucy.
Right.
So I'm like, that. Feel me? So I'm talking to them, and they wanted me to come over there and walk on. They didn't have no offers left of them. So they like, oh, we want you to come here and walk on, blah, 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 whoop-de-whoop. And I'm like, feel me? We gonna see how it go. So they had me down there for my visit, spring ball game. And then I'm like, shit, I mean, LA, shit looked booming when I got down there. I'm talking about the females, everything. I have a campus.
Plus, I know you already had people down there from the Bay. Like you had Piggy down there.
Exactly. But I wasn't even tapped in with Piggy before I got down there. I ain't tapped in with Piggy until I got down there. So I'm just seeing, I'm like, yeah, I could do this for sure. I'm talking about the facility was saucy. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm here for sure. Yeah. So that's how that shit started.
Okay, so then after that, so you feel me, you playing, I think you shirted.
Yeah.
So you shirted, you feel me, but from the film I'm seeing, you feel me? You posting, you tearing
bro,
they scout deep up.
On everything I love, bro. I'm on scout team O versus first team defense every day. I'm talking about I'm toting that game, bro. Keep in mind with you, most of them running back, the other classmen, them bros, them the big bros, but then they was scared of like it was like Pitt, cause Pitt would come
laying
in
the booming.
I'm talking about he was booming. The first padded practice, nigga Pitt almost got kicked off the team, cause boom, it's the first padded practice. Pitt not playing with these niggas. He's like it's his senior year, blah blah. He going crazy.
Yeah.
So we the big bro get the ball, boom boom. He running outside, and he thinking he just gonna run out of bounds and Pitt just gonna let it. No, Pitt came in full speed. Boom! That I'm talking about. He boomed his ass, and bro ain't never been the same since. He was out of there. He had a concussion. They had to cart off the field.
Like out of practice?
Out of practice, bro.
Jeez.
Like that, I'm talking about. I'm like, oh. All the running backs in the room hot. All the other classes, I'm like, yeah, bro, you didn't have to do that. They mad at Pitt, blah blah. And everybody sitting in the room, running back room, like, damn, bro, just really. And this our starting running back at the time that he blew up like this.
Oh yeah, so everybody hyped up too, cause this, I'm imagine this before the season too.
Yeah, this before the season. This first day of pass.
But see,
so yeah,
I'm knowing you loving that though, cause
I
mean, cause knowing where we came from,
bro, I'm telling you,
bro, we used to get enthused when Zach get on your back, say less. You feel me? Like you feel me? That's what we was looking forward to. So how did you take that energy and implement it into when you got to UCLA? Like when you got in the scout team, what was your goal?
Man, my goal was to really tote that. I'm talking about when I first got up to UCLA, I was only 160 pounds, bro. And I'm talking about I'm totally thinking I'm 200. I'm talking about every time contact come, boom, lowering my shoulder, trying to run niggas over him. Matter if it was thud, tag off, or full tackle. And that's what me and Pick used to go at it every day. I'm talking about we booming. It didn't matter what had happened. That's what Pick really became a mentor to me when I got up there. Cause I'm talking about every day was just him getting me better as a youngin.
Mm-hmm. So then after that, so you feel me? You get through the football season. Then do you go straight into track? Did you have an offer with track, or was it like I'm gonna walk on there too and then get my offer?
That was damn near the situation. But before I had got there, my one of my off-season coaches knew the head coach down there, and my off-season coach was like, "Keep on with you." My senior year of track and field, I had pulled my hamstrings. So I'm hella man. I'm like,
oh, so you didn't even really get your senior year track season?
I didn't get my senior or my junior year. I pulled them both, bro. So I'm like, bro, when I get to college, I gotta get back on the track, so I know I'm finna go crazy. And my off-season coach had called him up there, and he was like, "Hey, look, I'm telling you, he's a kid that's gonna come down there, and when he get healthy, he gonna be your rawest dude." And then the track coach telling him like, "Man, I'm telling you, I got some fast dudes." At the time, Casimir Allen,
from Fresno.
He had set this 100-meter state record, and they had brought him up to campus. So he's like, "I don't know, I got this dude Cas, blah blah, and I got a couple other cats that can roll." But my high school coach, off-season coach, telling him like, "Nah, bro, I'm telling you, he gonna be the one. He gonna be the one." So he's like, "All right, I'm gonna give him an opportunity because they know each other." And so he was like, "But I'm telling you, you better tell him he better come ready." And he like, "Say less." And so before I got up to UCLA, they had told me, they was like, you could do track with Casimir Allen, who's also gonna be doing track and field, and with the other thrower from Texas named Tito. So we like, bet. So football season ended. I'm talking about we was hella weak. I'm talking we only won like I think 3 or 4 games. So we didn't make no bowl game. Our season was over November. So then indoor season start January. And they wasn't letting us go out for practice. I'm talking about starting from December, January. They was telling us if y'all want to go to track practice now, y'all got to do our football workouts and then go to track. So then they told the track coach that, and he was like, "Y'all not about to send me no tired athletes. Like, how are you gonna train them?" Right. And then he was like, football was like, "We don't care. Like, they on our money, blah blah blah. For me, you gotta work with that." And then so keep in mind with you, Cass wasn't really feeling that, because Cass like, "Man, I'm trying to if they not having it, then I'm not having it." He's like, I'll be damned if I go out there if I'm tired. But we was thugging it out though. I'm talking about when spring ball started back in, I'm gonna say April. We was going to 2-hour padded spring ball practice and then going to track.
And then going to track after? Oh, y'all man.
Exactly. I'm talking about, and that was fucking, my body ain't never felt the worst it had ever felt in my life. And my hamstrings was on 10. I'm talking about it was here. But I'm like, man, I gotta get, I'm not gonna waste another year and not get paid. Like, I gotta get paid.
Do you think that helped you? Like, did it like help your work ethic, or did it hinder you more because you were more worn out?
If it showed, helped it, because I'm like, man, it really showed to me. I like in myself. I'm like, they ain't really built like me.
Yeah.
'Cause as I'm doing this track practice and football practice, the other cats wasn't doing it the way I was doing it.
Right, y'all just going to one, you feel me? Y'all, they just going to track practice and they calling it a day or whatever, you feel me, doing what they got to do. Now you doing both, you feel me, going back and forth.
Both of them.
So, you feel me? After that, though, you go to indoor and you make an impact immediately, you feel me? You go to, I think the first meet was it was the Jim Bush Legends Invitational.
Yeah, that was outdoor, outdoor.
Oh, is that outdoor? Okay. Yeah, so it was outdoor, you feel me? It was your first outdoor meet, and then you ran your first 100 meet. You ran a 10-8.
Yeah.
So after running that, you feel me? I know you up there with the big dogs, so you like, oh, you feel me? Like, how you feeling after that, though?
The first 10-8, so, because my PR in high school was 10-7, I did that on a pulled hamstring.
Oh, okay. So
And then, so when I ran that 10-8, it was nobody in my heat. Usually, when I opened up in high school, I opened up with like 11 some. That was slow. But then when I opened up there with no competition, 10-8, and I was like, and I had football practice that same day. Like, I went to football practice that morning and then went out to the track.
To a meet?
To a meet, bro.
You're amazing.
I'm telling you, bro, like, I was just going out there running. And so I went out there and I ran that 10-8. And, shit, I'm like, man, if I would have had the morning, I'm like, that would have easily been 10-7. I would have opened up my PR, blah, blah. And I ain't even been training for track yet. I ain't even started training for track yet.
But so you not cool with it, but at the same time, you realizing, though, like, you doing two things at one time, though. Exactly. You ran a 10-8 off of after a spring practice, you feel me? Ain't nobody doing that, you feel me? So after that, you feel me? Then you go to the Rayford Johnson meet. I'm pretty sure at that point, you like, all right, I got to get this meet, this time up. Then you run a 10-6.
Yep.
So you feel me? How did you do that, and what transpired for you to get to improve your time?
From that one, it was like, so look, the football coaches started getting disrespectful with. I'm talking about some, when I had went out for the first meet, I had got back, and some of the homies was like, hey, some of the coaches was trying to clown you today. I'm like, what you mean? He was like, when the assistant coaches was like, oh, why is Higgins going to the track meet? Is he going there to help set up hurdles?
Oh, what?
So I heard that. I'm like, damn, that's how you feel? I'm like, bet. Next meet, I'm about to go crazy. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So, and this is when I'm first starting to get some track training in, but I ain't really getting no track training in because we had spring ball practice, and he didn't want to really have his injury.
Right, so you low-key behind the curve compared to the other track because you still, you feel me, doing football workouts.
Yeah, because they start workouts back in October when we first get to
campus. Oh, so you just started?
Just started, bro.
That's just started. So then you go to the Pac-12 championships your freshman year, though.
Yeah.
So they put you, first of all, did you start off on that 4x1 team, or was it after like that second meet, like when you were in that 10-6, or like when did you progress into that 4x1 team?
So the first meet when I ran a 10-8, I wasn't on the relay team. And then the second meet at that 10-6, when I ran 10-6, I was on the B team for UCLA. And then I ran that 10-6, and then they was like, well, okay. So then it was like, they seen my start was hella weak. But I was finishing them, like, my start was hella weak, but I was finishing all my races hard. So they was like, oh, we finna throw him on our anchor leg for the 4x1. So boom, that's how I got on that 18 for the 4x1.
Okay, so then after that, you feel me? Then you ran, was this show, I wanted to ask you, like, you ran a 10-4 at the, was that the Pac-12 championship? Yeah, so you ran a 10-4. Was that your career best?
That was my career best, but the main part about it, bro, I'm talking about before the meet even happened, it was hella shit that had went down with football. I'm gonna get into that after fact. But while we at the track meet, it's in Arizona, and I'm in the last heat, and in the first two heats that went, but then they shut the meet down because a thunderstorm was finna hit. So I'm talking about the thunderstorm hit out of nowhere, and they sent us all back to the hotel, but we still had 2 heats of the 100 meter to run. And then so we get back to the hotel, and like, so is they gonna finish the races, blah blah? They was like, they got to. So they called us back to the track at like 11:30 at night while it's raining. I'm like, y'all gotta finish these last 2 heats. And so boom, we warming up, blah blah. It's raining, cold as hell. And they put us in them blocks, and I'm just like, man, I just gotta get it. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm on my mind is a whole bunch of football shit that just went down that had me fucked up. So I'm like, boom, I gotta get into it. Boom, they popped the gun, so I got up out of there. My start was still hella weak, but I mean, the dude who was next to me, he go to UCLA. He was a 5th-year senior, and his PR was like 10-2. And I'm like, buddy, I gotta just beat him. If I beat him, I'm cool. He get out fast as hell because this is what he really do.
Right. And he's been training for it, and that's all. Like you said, that's all he do is training. So you feel me? So then, all right. So now I want to get into. You had a quote on Instagram under your page that said, "My only focus during the season was getting back on the football field. Then people tried to bury me. Little did they know I'm from the mud." So first of all, what did you mean by that, and what happened with the whole football situation? Like, what you feel me?
Yeah. So with the football situation, so freshman year, blah blah blah. Once we got in the season, track season, feel me? After I had ran my 10.6, which was my personal best at the time when I had ran it, UCLA football had called me in the office. Chip called me in his office, like, "Hey, I gotta holler at you, blah blah blah." And he was like, I'm like, "What's up, blah blah blah?" And he was saying a whole bunch of BS, blah blah blah, talking blah 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 with you, and then he was like, "We gonna suspend you from the team for a week." I'm like, "For what?" And then he like the team, your teammates don't feel like you're being part of the team right now because basically because I'm running track, blah blah. And I'm like, "What you mean?" I'm like, everybody down there in the football program still support me to this day when they come to that track.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "What is you talking about?" Blah blah blah. And he was like, "We're gonna suspend you for a week, and when you come back, you decide whether you're a track star or a football player."
Wow. So wait. For one, it wasn't your teammates, because like you said, so
No,
you was messing with it. So he tried to put it on them.
He tried to put it on them.
When really he was thinking like, you feel me, like,
Yeah.
it's either he was giving you ultimatum, like it's either football or track.
Yeah.
So then at that point, you also said in the same post, like you thought about going back to JUCO.
Yeah.
What made you stay?
Cause so boom, after that conversation had hit, that's when I went to Pac-12 the next meet. That's really when that 10-4 came. I'm like, all right, I'm finna for sure show up. Now they got me messed up.
Yeah.
Spent me for a week. But the way God gave me blessings in mysterious ways, because he let me, the way they was doing off-season training for football. So like they was squatting hella heavy, but that allowed me to let my body rest for Pac-12 championships.
Right.
So I went out there, boom.
So this your first time going to a meet, full healthy, ready.
Yeah. So then I go out to, I come back from the Pac-12 championship, and my homie called me like, "Hey, why your name tag not in your locker?" I'm like, "What you mean my name tag on my locker?" He opened it. He was like, "Oh, ain't your shit cleared out?" I'm like, "Swear to God." He like, "Yep." I come in there, I see all my shit gone.
They ain't call you and
they
tell
ain't
you
call
about
me
this
or nothing, bro.
Damn.
And then so I called Chip Kelly, second in command, dude. I'm like, "Where's my stuff?" And he was like, "Well, when we suspended you and said and told you need to decide whether you're a football player or a track star, we haven't heard from you yet." And I'm like, "Y'all suspended me for a week." Pac-12 championships, we had just got back Sunday night, so it was Monday morning. And I'm like, for my stuff to be cleared out right now, that means y'all had to do it on the weekend.
Right, so they already had their mind.
They already had their mind made. Or unless they must have seen me go crazy at the Pac-12 championship and thinking I'm about to, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, "What y'all mean?" So boom, he told me, once he told me that, I ain't asked no more questions. I hung up the phone. My homie Bari, who used to go to Laney, he up there. I'm talking about, he with me, and we go into the front office and we just see all my shit that was in my locker in 2 big ass boxes.
Yeah.
I'm like, for sure, Bari helped me get them boxes up to my dorm. And I'm like, I ain't even waste no time. I went straight to compliance. I'm like, "Look, for me, I got a transfer, put me in the transfer portal, blah, 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 whoop-de-whoop." And boom, they put me in the transfer portal. And when I hit the transfer portal and I had the 10-4, it was D1 schools already hitting me up for track and field.
Yeah.
So then summer hit, and I'm like, "Bro, I can't waste another season and not play football because I just redshirted this year. So I'm like, I got to play football another year."
Yeah.
And what's it called? So the JUCO that I was gonna go to before, Butte and Chico, it was still hitting me up like, "Hey, they still showing me love, checking up on me, blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Ben, I'm finna go here. They mess with me here, blah blah blah. I'm about to go to Butte and Chico and just go crazy."
Yeah.
But what made me stay is my track coach. He was like, "You ain't even gotta do that." He was like, "You come back, we gonna sign your full scholarship, blah blah blah, and we gonna run fast, and you gonna get back on the track and field. You gonna get back on the football field."
Okay.
So that's what had me come back.
So then, all right. So then you got that in mind. So you in outdoor season. You got a whole objective in your head, like you said on the post. Like my only goal is, you feel me, to get back on this football field. Going into that, you feel me, you come in and you break a record. You feel me? You the 60-meter record champion, bro. That shit wasn't broke since we was born, bro. Like, you feel me? So how did that feel? And it was like when you did it, like what was the feeling like? How did like, I don't know, like what was you feeling?
So when the first meet that we ran, keep on with you. I'm talking about I was going crazy. 5 a.m. in the morning, working. I'm doing my 5 a.m. workouts to the net, and then got class and I'm doing the track workouts for the track team. So I'm going crazy. I'm putting 110% into this. So I opened up with a 6.64, and the record at the time was a 6.61 in the 60. So I opened up with 6.64. That put me at 2 all time. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna knock that. Damn. So it was just a matter of time from the first meet when I was gonna knock it. Yeah. So my coach was like, all right, you ran fast. We're gonna load you up a little bit, and then for that Pac-12 indoor championship, we're gonna ease you back, and you're gonna run fast. And so said, so done. He eased me back. That week, boom, that finals came. Ran that 6.59, broke the school record. I'm like, oh yeah, it's up.
Ugly, huh? Then at that point, then it's like, all right, so you getting finished with, you feel me? This is indoor still,
yeah.
So you're getting finished with that, and then that's when the pandemic came. But before that, what did you have planned? Like, was there any goals like that you had for track specifically?
It was for sure goals. So once I ran the 6.59, keep in mind, I'm a tall dude. This is my first year actually doing track a full year. Like, it's my first year actually learning how to get out in blocks, running how to stand up and run. Yeah. And so when I'm running 6.59 and I'm barely knowing how to get out the blocks, blah, blah, blah. And the 60 meters really for them short dudes, like Christian Coleman, them type of dudes. Like, in 100 meter, Usain Bolt prime, Christian Coleman is not missing at all.
Right, because you got, 100 meter, they got long strides. So
exactly. So, but that 60 now, that's stuff for grabs. Yeah. His start is so perfect. Both of them got a perfect start. That's how my start is. So my start is hella weak. But I was still running fast times in the country. I was ranked like 6th in the country at the time. So at that time, I'm like, damn, once outdoor hit, my times projected from a 60 meter was about 10.0 at the time when I ran my 60. But my coach was like, you going 9.9 for sure, 9.998. And I'm like, this is the Olympic year, blah, blah, blah.
This for the 100 meter for outdoor?
This for the 100 meter. This is what my coach projected me to run at the time. And so I'm like, damn, and it's the Olympic year. I'm like, shit, God then gave me another miracle and I didn't see it. Yeah. So I'm like, boom, I'm finna, Pop's Jamaican, so I'm like, I'm going down to Jamaica and I'm finna go qualify for the Jamaican Olympic team and then run. And then pandemic hit, and I'm like, damn. And then it was still up for grabs whether they was gonna do the Olympics or not. And then once they canceled that stuff, I'm like, damn, like, feel me?
So what's it looking like now for you? What have you been doing to like stay in shape? You feel me, or just keep yourself motivated for you feel me? What's coming next? You feel me, like what?
Now I still been training. I got trainers out here. I'm training at a spot. JoJo Athletics out there in Concord. He the Pittsburgh High coach for their strength and conditioning, and then my all-season coach is actually Pittsburgh High School's track coach for real. So it's crazy because them two dudes that they coach and train at Pittsburgh High School. That's why my pops like, we might as well send your little brother up here to get right because all them pit dudes know me, and feel me, and my little brother was supposed to go to Liberty.
Oh, so he going to Pitt now?
Yeah, he went to Liberty his freshman year, but my pops was like, you might as well go to Pitt because all these people showing love to your older brother and they didn't got your older brother right now. So it's like you might as well go there and let them take care of you.
Okay. So with everything that's been said about the football season, track season, can we expect you to be back on the football field next year, or what's it looking like?
It's looking like, feel me, right now it's about, all right, so after this whole track season went down, blah blah, UCLA football had got back in contact with me, like, feel me, like, you come back, make it right, blah blah, you come play football again. And then my track coach is like, feel me, like, you just ran 6.59 easily, like, he like, you come back, Joe, what you can do in the sport of track and field is so up here you don't even know yet. It was like, if you come back and put another year in track and field, you still have years of eligibility to come back in football and go crazy. But this year will be a year that you will go crazy in track also. So I'm talking to my track coach. I got 100% faith and trust in my track coach because he got me when I was about to go.
Right. He the one that believed in you when nobody else did.
When nobody else did. So I'm like, man, I'm finna go back, run track, blah, blah. And then at the other hand, my pops was like, now that you know the demons that you're dealing with on the football side, you can go play chess with them now because you know what moves they gonna make.
Plus, you gonna have the upper hand because it's like, shoot, you finna be a track star.
Exactly.
You finna be on your way, shit, damn near Olympic bound. You feel me? So now it's like you got the upper hand on them.
The upper hand on them too. So it's like, and then I was talking to Cal too, cause I'm still in the transfer portal as of right now. I'm talking to Cal, track and field team. They trying to get me up there. They trying to get me up there to Cal, and their football team want me to go up there and try out. So my pops was like, shit, Cal give you an opportunity to go, like, for me, back in the Bay, for me.
Back in the Bay, you back home, you
back home. And then once they do that background check and see who been playing for, when he was Pop Warner for me, that shit gonna be up.
Yeah.
And then so it was like that, but then I got on the phone with Cal, and the GPA requirements to transfer those, mainly like.
I imagine it's Cal though, so.
But like a 3.0 in high school is nothing compared to a 3.0 in college, bro. Like that grading system hit me hard. Like when you see the difference between a B plus, a regular B, and a B minus. A B minus is damn near a C.
Damn near, bro. The way they do it.
The way they do it, bro. I'm like, what the? So I get my grades back. My first grades when I first got to college was cool. I had a 3.2. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I wasn't really doing the math. And then my second, my third GPAs when they hit like 2.6, 2.4. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, like bro, I'm thinking like I'm doing good. I got B minus. What you talking about? Like I'm supposed to have a 3.0.
Exactly. I'm talking about come out there with straight B minuses. I'm like 2 point what? I'm like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully, cause I'm still in school right now. Hopefully, when these grades come back, if my GPA bump up even some more, then hopefully they'll take that and I'll fuck around and be in the Bay.
Okay, yeah, that'd be cool. You feel me? I'll for sure catch a game. Like you feel me, like some old Bears times. You feel me? So you feel me? I don't know. Just do you have what is it coming out of North Oakland? You feel me? That ain't no easy thing. So like. If you had to tell somebody that was like starting at your age, like at a young age, at like 9 or so, what would you say to them to like get where you at? You feel me? Like what words of inspiration could you give to them to help them?
I'm gonna tell them they gotta separate themselves from people that's not on the same track as them. See, like growing up in North Oakland, feel me? You know when all the people start beefing with each other, then they don't even know how far back the beef times go. They just beefing the beef. Right. They know their parents is beefing with these people. So when I'm living in North Oakland, I got North Oakland homies, but then playing for Berkeley, I got Berkeley homies.
Right.
And now, you know, you get to middle school and high school and they start funking with each other, feel me? I'm seeing people that, you know, get in the middle of that. I'm like, buddy, if you stay on your track, feel me, you're gonna be solid. Like, don't get nowhere involved in that. So I'm gonna tell people that starting from a young age is to build your own, surround yourself by people that's got the same goal as you. Not the people that wanna be thugs and all that type of shit. Cause none of that shit is cool.
That's real shit, cause all that shit is phony anyway. That shit
phony, bro.
Get you in a cell or a casket.
Exactly. And seeing all the people that we didn't grow up with, feel me,
that had talent,
bro. My
talent, bro. Like shit. Really, I can name names that's
I can name names, bro. Like
really used to go crazy, man.
But shit, that shit, seeing bro get life in jail, bro. That shit was sick, bro.
Cause it's like growing up, it's like. They tell you these things like, oh yeah, it's gonna be some people that go to the league. It's gonna be people that you might see some doctors, and you might see some people that you know that go to jail for life or get killed. But you never know when you're young, cause you feel me, y'all just living in the moment. You feel me? We was all balling. You feel me? And it's just crazy how life goes because it's like you never know what can happen and how shit can change in a matter of seconds. Though.
Exactly. I remember sitting in the middle of Oakland Tech with the whole organization of Berkeley Bears. And they sit there telling us like only 1% of y'all gonna actually make it out.
Man. And
then I'm being the quiet kid at the time, I'm listening to everybody, that's gonna be me, that's gonna be me. And for that to actually be you, I'm looking back like, damn, that's crazy. Like they wasn't lying about this shit.
Yeah, not at all, bro. Man. I think we had a good conversation, man. I appreciate you for coming up here, bro.
Mama, you know the deal.
You feel me? Tell them your Instagram, man, where they can follow you.
Look, Roy Don Dada on Instagram and on Twitter. Now on Twitter, my shit, the real Kenroy.
Yes, sir. You heard it here first. You feel me? Champ Talk TV, man. We'll get back to you.
Wow.